Jesus freak here. Now, as someone who's not a Romanist, technically, a lot of these days leading up to Easter and such are, technically just days. And it's more, well, that's the thing I do. There's generally reasons behind it. Holy Week leading up to Easter with Palm Sunday a week before, and then 40 non-Sundays before that being Lent. There are certain terms that have traditionally been associated with the day before Lent, be they the French Mardi Gras, literally means Greasy Tuesday, and in fact in English sometimes you say Fat Tuesday, Shrove Tuesday, because people used to go do confession on that day. And there's other days leading up to it. The Mardi Gras festivals tend to be more than just one day, even though, the term refers to one day. A more generic term being the original sense of carnival, letting it all out before you gotta get rid of the meat, carne vade in Latin, farewell to meat. And, things gradually got out of control. I myself don't have any Polish blood that I know of. Who'd know? From what I understand, it's a mix. It's mostly Irish and Scottish. A little bit of Dutch and Hungarian in there. That's what I understand. I may be wrong, but that's what I understand. But as I live in a place where there are a lot of Polish people, and my chat room, which I've had for about 20 years now, has a bit of a Polish contingent, by which I talk an actual Polish. Some stuff, I've picked up by osmosis. It's just stuff I do. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, we talk about Western New York having a large Polish contingent. My high school sweetheart's married last name is Polish. My college sweetheart's last name is Zelensky. Not Zelensky, that's different, but they're probably related. And you think of, big names to come out of the area. You're basically thinking of John Resnick, the lead singer of the Goo Goo Dolls, Ziznik. Pardon me if I pronounce Polish wrong. I don't speak it. It's Polish for butcher. And it's not hard to find, stuff associated with the days leading up to Ash Wednesday. In regular supermarkets, regular grocery stores here in Western New York. Like, I have no problem if I go to Wegmans and pick up some Hrustiki. I think my friend calls them Favorki, which is honestly easier for me to pronounce. I've had them, basically some sort of a I don't know what you'd say. It's some sort of a base. It's hard, like a cookie, and dusted and powdered sugar. It's sort of irregularly shaped. And of course, right before Ash Wednesday, you start seeing the paczki, which, I mean, the glorified jelly donuts. Usually, if I get something myself, it's as likely to be actual jelly donut as it is to be as a genuine paczek, or as genuine as you're going to get in the United States. So I'm like, I can buy a jelly donut at the store, or there's a donut shop right up the street from me. In this case, I bought them at the supermarket, as you can see the box that got them in. I had 3 of them, and I actually ate one of them a couple days ago. Figure, a donut's going to go bad pretty quick, but it's still going to be more than edible. A day and a half, or, almost 2 days after. Again, it's not something I do because I feel like I should, or, because of any cultural norms or anything. It's just, why not? It doesn't hurt anyone. And I'm thinking about, leads into Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday leads into Lent. Lent has traditionally been a sign of a time period of what's the word I'm looking for? Looking inward, taking the time to repent, which I mean we should always be doing, but still, an emphasis on penitence, mortification of the flesh, fasting. We don't want to treat it like Ramadan, where people, spend the day fasting and when the sun goes down, they gorge themselves silly. What's the point there, right? But that's just, the mindset underlying all of this. Introspection is the word I was looking for. Lent is a period of introspection. And the source of the idea was Jesus' 40-day fast between his baptism, which we talk about the baptism of Christ at the beginning of the Epiphany season. Between his baptism and the time he starts his ministry. That's where the 40 days comes from. He was out in the wilderness, didn't eat anything for 40 days and 40 nights. 40 days and 40 nights, I was fasting in the wild, 40 days and 40 nights, tempted and yet undefiled, and all that. But that's the mindset here. Anyway, Jesus freak out.